Today on the Topping Show, Trump is indicted again. Gavin Newsom wants to repeal the Second Amendment. Target is downgraded again. Call of Duty boycott begins. Indiana Jones is set to flop. Cracker Barrel joins Pride Month. Bud Light sales are down 60%. Carvana stock spikes 50% increase. Netflix password cracking seems to actually have a positive result. GM and Tesla to share chargers. And Toyota reveals a hydrogen capsule car for the Le Mans race. All that and much more on the Topping Show. Thank you for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of Topping Show is sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice today. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or business owner, reach the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Now, other interesting cultural news, you have Cracker Barrel joining Pride Month, and some people are pretty darn shocked considering it's a country store or a country food store and a convenience store. In full transparency, I think I might have been there once when I was a kid. I'm definitely not, I don't know if I even am the target market. I might have seen three or driven past three. I don't know how I've eluded them throughout my life. Now, nevertheless, Cracker Barrel was founded in 1969 by Dan Evans, and as of 2020, they have 663 stores being globally headquartered in Lebanon, Tennessee. Now, this came from a company Facebook post in which they said, quote, "We are excited to celebrate Pride Month with our employees and guests. Everyone is always welcome at the table," unquote. Now, hilariously enough, in terms of like a cultural shtick or a Twitter handle, I guess it's a Twitter trend, Cracker Barrel has been trending on Twitter. Now, in the past, quite the opposite. The company actually has had some lawsuits and some protests against the company for traditionally being more faith-based, more conservative. And there's even some allegations, again, I believe they were settled outside of court, that they might have let employees go because of their certain sexual orientations. And to see them make such a big flip is a little bit bizarre and interesting. Now, I want to say the average demographic is probably someone in maybe 75 to 78 years old. So I don't know if this is going to necessarily increase their sales any, but there's a lot of people speculating this is going to affect because they're doing it because of an ESG score, so they get more favorable funding. They are publicly traded, but I don't think you're going to see as much of a backlash compared to Target and the other stores and the other companies, that is, because in this instance, it's not really targeting specifically children in any way, as far as I can tell from their marketing materials that they presented on Facebook. They had a couple pictures of families, and they had the red, not, I was about to say red, white, and blue. They don't do that anymore. Some companies still do, thankfully, but they had the pride color, or the rainbow colors on the like old school Cracker and Barrel chairs. So it looks like a kind of like old school patio. But I don't think you're not going to see as much of a major protest, in my opinion. I mean, time shall tell, their stock might just crash by 50% tomorrow, but I think for a lot of people it's different because, again, the scope that they're working with. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Cannot thank you enough for liking, subscribing, commenting. All the feedback is greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.